There were a lot of lessons learned from some of these communities. For example, in Youngstown, Ohio, the mayor told me that rather than doing what traditionally cities do, which is go into these communities that are all boarded up and dilapidated, where not only homes but also factories, and they spawn a lot of crime and drug usage, and 70% of all the fires in the city of Youngstown take place in a community where nobody lives. And so rather than going in and trying to clean it up and restart it, they decided to go in and raze the whole thing. So they completely razed entire neighborhoods, thousands of structures, and it took up the streets, capped the utilities, allowed it to go either fallow or to ball fields and parks. And then now they're left behind with a city that was built for 250,000 people, has all those kinds of amenities, libraries and theaters and so forth, museums. But now for a city the size of 120, and it looks infinitely better. It's easier to market to businesses. In Alabama, in Birmingham, Alabama, Mayor Bell told me, having just been elected and following a series of political problems as well as economic problems for some years, he told me that his real issue, and it's an issue that others will confront, is the sense of the population that they are not able to come back from this. So his role becomes primarily as a cheerleader at first to get people to believe that they have the wherewithal to drive new economic growth in the city. Every place is different and every story is different, but they all have common themes. Much of what I learned in writing this first book and doing the research seems so obvious or self-evident that it surprises people. But one of those things is that local governments have a great deal that they can do to support the growth of local businesses and the industry in general. One of which is purely consistency. Businesses do not want to be in a jurisdiction where during this administration they're comfortable that it's pro-business generally and specifically, but we're not too sure about what's going to happen in the next administration, and they tend to go back and forth. We're very fortunate here in Fairfax County and in Virginia to have had generations, plural, of strong business support, and businesses know that, and that's part of the reason that we're successful here. But businesses want not only the rhetoric and the consistency of the rhetoric, but they also want that translated into things like workforce preparation and development, supportive universities, excellent schools, tax policies, zoning and permitting policies, all of which contribute to the growth of the business community.